Now we look back to driver number 268. Before that, the drivers head out onto the circuit. Let's get the second round of heat races underway. Here we go then, out onto a damp track, looking at the exit of pit lane. Everybody safely negotiating that tough corner. Your grid is as follows. Cameron Nelson and Jacob Ashcroft on row number 1. Boaz Maximov and Isan Seng on row number 2. All the Rage, Gage Korn and Tish van Wyk on row number 3. Casper Nissen and Jeremy Roivers go from row number 4. Shun Sekiguchi and Fernando Paimare on row number 5. Row 6, Max Sadursky and Ryan Bourguignon. Row number 7, Antoine Lemieux and Attila Mark Kalapax. And row number 8, Georgi Zasov and Panustin Monkong. Then Matteo Natino and Tish Stevens. And row number 10, Yuri Levar and Gabriel Bonecci. Then it's Timothy Vladimirov and Simba Matoda, followed by Tiger Tezuka and Toby Gale. Rory Armstrong and Francisco Figueroa are next, followed by Lorenzo Giaquinto and Luis Alejandro Umana Sanchez. Pierce Wade and Miro Leskinen, Daniel Fernandez and Federico Prieto. The last 2 rows, Nate Dog Dupuis and Ty Fisher, followed by David Netchifor and William Coury. 36 drivers. Kyle Lawrence joins me up here in the commentary box. Kyle, you were just down at the hub of the event. Did you get a sense of the anticipation of any nerves creeping in?
Besides nerves, it's starting to feel a bit manic at the moment. A lot of people making changes, repairing some damage on bodywork, cleaning up the stickers and making sure the cars look great when they head out on track. But we're on the warm-up lap now, keeping it nice and slow. Is that maybe the strategy to get away from the front?
Well, yeah, you've only got 7 laps. For some drivers, they're looking to protect a good result. For other drivers, they know another bad result could mean curtains for them in terms of making the final. They have to be a little bit more aggressive. You can see the paddock is full, surrounded by hills and mountains and countryside here. And oh no, is that Jacob Ashcroft, our outside front row starter, walking away from his kart. A mechanical failure for Ashcroft on the rolling lap, and we go green with Nelson, Maximov and Isan Seng now leading the field through turn number 1. In the middle of the pack, a couple of drivers running wide. There's Lebanon's driver running off track but getting back on, and disaster for Jacob Ashcroft, the BNL champion. He's been on the podium twice in the last 2 years, I believe, here, and it's going to be a tough job for him now. But up at the front, I think that Boaz Maximov may have just taken the lead from Cameron Nelson, although Nelson up the inside at turn number 7. It's not Maximov that was in the lead. It's number 268, that's Isan Seng. Chinese Taipei and the island of Taiwan are having their best grand finals ever so far.
Yeah, Maximov trying to get around the outside there to get into the lead, but unfortunately that dropped him down to 4th, so he's going to have to fight his way back. But we see the track very slippery. Big move down the inside. Maximov going down another 2 places into 6th.
Not a great first lap, but as we cross the line to complete the end of lap number 1, Nelson leads by about 5 kart lengths, maybe more. Side by side between Isan Seng and All the Rage, Gage Korn from Team USA for P2. You can see Korn with the white crash helmet, but the black, the navy blue and red and white race suit. He's chasing down Isan Seng. They have to work together now, don't they, Kyle?
Look, if I was All the Rage Gage, I would not be looking to work together. He had an issue in the previous heat with a nose cone clamp. He was DSQ'd for that, so he's got to get moving. And there it is, big move down the inside, nicely done, and he clears off any other attack. He's saying, let's go, let's push forward and get to the front.
And behind them, Tish van Wyk, Chris Casper Nissan and Boaz Maximov run 4th, 5th and 6th. Oh, a pile-up down at turn number 7. 3 drivers just moving away from the scene of the incident. But yes, Van Wyk, Nissan, oh, the 220. That's
Federico Prieto.
Yeah, from Uruguay out of the, on the grass. The grass is slippery. There was some overnight rain, and that makes it very tricky to get back on track. Nelson leads from Korn, Seng, Van Wyk, Nissan, Maximov, Bourguignon, Sidursky, Roivers and Kalapax.
Korn looking though like he's got a great turn of pace. He's brought that 3-cart gap down in half a lap. So he's going to be looking now to try and get himself into the front of this 3-cart group and possibly get away. But in the second sector, though, I said he had some pace. He looks to be struggling in that particular sector, but this is where he's been strong the last few laps. Hard on the brakes into this hairpin. He needs the exit, though, because he needs to get nice and tight for the last part of the lap, where a pass is a little bit easier.
So if I'll just take you through some of the incidents that have happened. We've lost Ty Fisher, the Canadian driver, on the opening lap. Ashcroft has gone as well. Prieto is down a lap. Rory Armstrong from Team Ireland, last year's Minimax champion, also in trouble. And Corey, Umana Sanchez, Wade and Leskinen. What have you seen?
A couple of moving and shaking, but it looks like Maximov came off best there. He's moved himself back up. And a lot of defending going on there. That was cart 264. I think that is the Netherlands driver. It's Max Sudursky.
Yep,
who are looking to try and get himself with his teammate to work together and move themselves into this battle on the front. But Nelson definitely looks like he's under control there.
Yes. Now, will the Dutch drivers work together? The orange and blue race suits. Gage Korn checking, and he nods to Cameron Nelson. Nelson looks over his shoulder.
Big move down the inside behind him, though.
Yep, that would be Eason Sen getting passed by the two Dutch drivers. Good team driving there from Van Wijk and Maximov. Can they get Sidursky into the mix as well? Big movers and shakers. David Netshifor from Romania, from 35th to 25th. Let's have a look who else is making a move. Nathan Dupuis up 7 places as well. But up at the front, Cameron Nelson and Gage Korn. Now can they pull away? They've got a 1-second advantage. And look at Gage Korn on the rear bumper of Nelson, and he is going to try and push all the way.
Yeah, Gage Korn holding on to that rage, keeping it at bay. He wants to just stay second at the moment. It's got another couple of laps left to go. Silly to fight now, because that's just going to bring Van Beek back into it.
And of course, Tish Van Wijk, who won a race yesterday. Oh, and there's a slow driver there getting out of the way. Smart driving there as somebody cruising back to pit lane. Casper Nissen has fallen back a little bit as well. But this is what you can do here. You can't pull away on your own. You can make a breakaway if you have a good rear gunner.
Yeah, so 2 carts always faster than 1. They're not attacking anybody. Nobody's defending, so they can run the perfect lap, try and get a good quality lap in, but there's a big group going on here, a big battle. Yeah,
this is for 5th place on back. You can see Jeremy Roivers there in the yellow and red Team Spain race suit. Roivers making his Grand Finals debut. The son of a circuit owner, Martin Roivers, who runs the kart centre Campillos. Which is a fantastic venue. Roivers using that as a test venue, and you can see it is paying dividends. Shun Sekiguchi from Japan has moved into the top 10, and we've got fastest lap now for Estonia's Fernando Paimre. Little bit further back, Toby Gale up to 16th position. Dupuis now into the top 22.
250. That is...
that would be Rayan Bourguignon for France making
Great
his
move. Nice and late. He actually waited right for the braking marker to send that in, and he managed to get out the corner and hang on to that position. But these gaggle of 4 carts here, the center helmet there, that is Maximov, I think, looking for his way back into the top 6. Another big send on the inside. He's got it done, but is it going to cover the cutback? No, it's not. For him, it is. But car 264, they're looking down the inside. This is going to be where the run down to turn 2 is, and there might be a change for lead on the last lap. All the rage gauge has decided he's not hanging around anymore, and he wants that lead, looking to the outside. But he's Nelson slowing it down on the apex and turning a 2-cart race into a 3-cart race. In
the space of 1 straight, Nelson and Korn have now been caught by Tish Van Wijk, the Dutchman. Can Tish Van Wijk in kart 202, the Rotax International Trophy champion, can he make the move? Nelson on the anchors into turn number 7. Korn sitting, hasn't made a move yet. And now Gage Korn's got to have one eye on offense and one eye on defense.
What Nelson has done now is very clever. He's slowed it up, so he's made Gage worry about Van Wijk there behind him. He's gone down the inside, but he's on the outside for the final corner, but he's had the move done. Is Gage going to send it? He's going to look around the outside. looking for the cutback to get the run to the line. He's gotten it. And that is it. Cage has managed to get himself second place in this heat race, but it's all going to go to Nelson over the line. He's going to take the win ahead of all the rage. Gage, Korn, Tace van Veek, Eitung,
Eason
Seng. Thank you very much.
Rayan Bourguignon in 5th, Casper Nissen in 6th, Boaz Maximov in 7th. Off camera, you can see at the exit of the last corner, somebody has gone grass tracking, because we do have, we have part of the field in the middle of the track on the track now. Let's have a look as the rest of the field cross the line. Cameron Nelson, 2 wins out of 2 for the Welshman. All the rage, Gage Korn, P2, Tish van Wyk, the International Trophy Champion, in 3rd. Eason Seng continues Chinese Taipei record-breaking grand finals with P4. Rayan Bourguignon, 5th for France. Casper Nissen, 6th. That the Danish driver who has had a fantastic regular season, this year's Euro Series champion, he is 6th. Boaz Maximov, Jeremy Roivers, Max Sadursky, and Shun Sekiguchi for Team Japan rounding out your top 10. Further back, let's have a little look. Some of the drivers that are making good. T. Stevens, disappointed to see him down in 16th position. But again, several drivers from Thailand also in the top 20. Jure Levar for Slovenia in the mix as well, in 19th position.